All right, everybody, welcome back to Dynasty Dweebs episode 2. I'm joined with Jim Brooks again, and now Zach Hellowitz will be joining our channel. Say hello.
Hello.
What up, fellas?
Today we're going to be recapping the draft from yesterday, the first round, and we're going to be doing the second round and the third round in the next coming days. Probably won't do all the players from the second. We'll pick some sleepers from the third. So first up, we had Joe Burrow, got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, obviously. What did you guys think about that?
Great pick. Great player.
He's going to struggle for a couple of years. For sure.
Do you think he should be the first player taken in rookie dynasty picks? No?
No. Take a running back or a receiver.
So you would take the guy that we're going to talk about later. You take Big Clyde?
I mean, I'd wait. I think there's some better running backs that are going to get taken in the second or third round. So DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor.
Joe Burrow is a talented quarterback. He has weapons like John Ross. He's got A.J. Green if he can survive another season, and Tyler Boyd. But they still do need Mixon to sign that deal. And that defense is terrible. And the Bengals are terrible.
The sketch part about him is that he's on the Bengals.
If you haven't realized, losing teams, like the quarterback usually is bad on bad teams. Especially rookies. But it is dynasty, so you never know. He could, in 2 years, the Bengals could be turned around.
Yeah, they could have a number one pick next year and get something decent going.
They still have the first pick today. They had the first pick for the third round. They had the first pick for the fourth, I'm pretty sure. So, give them some time.
I'd say take Joe Burrow.
Rebuild.
He's going to be a grinder.
All right, let's go on to Tua. So, obviously, Dolphins took Tua. The only really question on Tua is this injury he had and if he'll be able to stay healthy this season, and if they're going to sit him for the whole season like they said they're thinking about doing, or Fitzpatrick will just shit the bed and they'll put Tua in.
I'm sure injury-wise, I mean, he's kind of said he's 100%, but you never know if someone's just going to come back up. And with Fitzpatrick, I can imagine he's going to have like a 4-pick game, and they're just going to throw him in too early. Not that he can't handle the pressure, but sometimes it's just better to let the quarterback sit like they did with Mahomes and other quarterbacks previously.
Yeah, let him sit and get some experience. Watch the professionals do it.
That's why I think they should have cut like Fitzpatrick and gotten Cam or Jameis in there.
I mean, Fitzpatrick is fine to be a veteran in front of you.
But why not? Like, because Tua is not like a guaranteed bet. Like you have a chance right now to win this division if you can beat the Bills. Considering that the Patriots aren't going to make any crazy moves, like you could go win the division for the first time in how long?
I mean, I don't think the Bills are going to be a slouch.
Still, it looks good for the organization. I mean, I don't know.
I think
they would lose in the playoffs.
The Bills are definitely taking that division now.
Yeah, but I like Tua a lot. I think you could argue to draft him over Joe Burrow if you need a quarterback because he's got Preston Williams, he's got Devontae Parker, and he's got Mike Gesicki, and they got Jordan Howard. They might draft another running back to sit behind him. So Tua with the legs and Devontae Parker on the come up as a debatably top 12 wide receiver. He finished, top 15 last year. And the schedule's not that bad, so.
Yeah.
I feel like Tua is definitely more athletic than Joe Burrow.
Yes.
100%.
Joe Burrow does have a hell of an arm. So
I think if you had Mahomes, then you wouldn't take Burrow. You'd take you wouldn't take Tua. You'd take Burrow probably.
Yeah.
Because I think Tua is going to be ready to that team's going to be ready to roll.
I mean, I think they're in two franchises that are run pretty poorly for the most part. But I'd take the Dolphins organization at this point over the Bengals. I like Brian Flores as a head coach way more.
Yeah, in the division,
That
like,
too.
the sacks, dude. He's gonna get sacked at least twice every time he plays the Ravens and the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the Browns, they still have a good defense.
Yeah.
They got friggin' Myles Garrett over here.
Bashing heads.
Bashing heads with helmets, dude.
All right, I think that's enough said about Tua. All right, let's move on to Herbert on the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I have Herbert for a draft as a quarterback 3. I don't think you have to touch him right now. He's not going to be like – I think Tyrod's going to start most of the season because they're going to try to win.
Yeah, I don't see them just slapping him in right away.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt in our draft that Herbert goes undrafted and sits on waiver wire at this point.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
I mean,
I'd
you could
probably take him
still
in the
pick
last
up.
round if he's there.
It really depends on how
better
everyone's
players you
valuing
can get in the
quarterbacks.
last
But here's
round
the thing, though. Like, would you rather take him or Jalen Hurts? Let's say Jalen Hurts is on the Patriots or the Steelers.
I'm taking Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. He's way
Yeah,
more
Jalen
exciting
Hurts.
than Herbert, to me at least. But
I mean,
so seeing
Herbert has a lot of the prototype kind of build. You want a super tall, strong quarterback.
Yeah, I know he's typical
Yeah.
quarterback build, but I feel like we're moving more into like. I'm not saying he's not mobile, but
The guys that can really run pass options better with Lamar, Kyler Murray,
I mean,
Russell
to be
Wilson.
fair, he has a lot of bailout options with like Eckler. Eckler's always out on the swing. He's out on the
Screens.
wheel route. He's out there, and Hunter Henry is going to be great. But I really don't think Keenan Allen. He's just going to be his stock price is demolished at this point.
The Chargers' run game even going to be as good as it was last year?
I don't think so. I think Phil Rivers.
They lost Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I mean Eckler's still great. It's just.
But
I mean, Eckler was.
He's more like a dump off guy instead of like a pound the rock type dude.
He had some good runs. It's just like I think people are gonna realize that Phil Rivers was really like he would play bad, but he was doing the best he could
with what he had.
Like Keenan Allen is just he's not that good. He's just a name at this point.
He's a potato chip.
Baked potato.
Gets injured every year.
Harsh words for Keenan Allen. I think you're undervaluing him.
Hey, not a fan.
He's like the worst of the vets, and he's like next to Alshon Jeffrey.
No way.
Alshon Jeffrey. Hey, Keenan Allen is way better than Alshon Jeffrey.
Dude, but like
Jesus.
the vets, you got Odell and Julio, and then it's just
Odell's not a veteran, bro.
I mean, he's what, 5 years in at this point now? He got drafted in 15, 16.
Yeah.
He's basically a vet.
I mean, yes, but like you're comparing him to guys who've been in the league for 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just like in that trash tier for me.
I think he's pretty fucking shitty.
Oh my god. I mean, at worst, Keenan Allen is a low-end wide receiver too.
Okay, and we upgraded him in PPR. He'll get a lot of receptions, so I think he'll be there.
I'm not touching him.
Maybe Mike Williams will finally break out.
I mean, obviously, the dude's a freaking giant. Just throw the ball to him and he'll get it.
All right, Jordan Love. I don't know how much we're going to be able to say about this, but obviously started a bit of a fire under Aaron Rodgers' ass.
I think that's the one reason they picked him, just to be like, Aaron Rodgers, you better step your shit up or else this guy's going to be taking your spot.
They did get clapped in the playoffs. That was not a contest.
Yeah, there was a stat, I think, in the NFC Championship game, they allowed 176 yards before contact, I believe.
You can blame it on the defense too, but
that's what I'm saying.
We know
everyone
Aaron
was
Rodgers.
expecting them to draft a defensive player, and they traded up to draft a backup quarterback for what it seems to be 4 years. I mean, that's
don't they have
insane.
DeShone Kaiser? I don't know if that.
No,
matters,
he's on the
Raiders.
Raiders, I believe. Yeah, that's a
Brett
stacked
Favre
quarterback
was the same age Aaron Rodgers was when they drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So maybe Jordan Love is about to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I mean,
he does
maybe
get to
they see
learn
something.
under Aaron Rodgers, so that's a plus.
I don't even think that's
a massive dick.
I just don't see this guy coming in as like opposing any threat to Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, like it's probably not gonna happen for like a couple of years.
I don't know how Brett Favre felt Aaron Rodgers' first year.
Dude, Brett Favre was like butthurt about it, dude.
Okay. Well, I mean, imagine preseason. This dude is lighting it up.
Yeah, like
That
Brett
color's
Favre like
problem.
refused to what is that called? Like refused to like teach Aaron Rodgers anything. He was like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
he'll probably
come in
say
and
the same thing.
job.
That Aaron Rodgers is not that nice of a guy. He doesn't even talk to his family, does he? Isn't that the whole thing?
No.
Like, he's not a nice dude.
Hey, but he's
Avoid
a
him at all
gunslinger.
costs.
You're avoiding. Okay, I mean, like, you could, if you have a spot, like if you have a lot of roster spots, you might as well, and you want a backup quarterback for the future.
Dude, that dude will probably sit on the waiver wire for.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's true
sure
because
in the next 3 years, I would be able to find another quarterback in the
That's
draft
true.
that is.
yeah, and there will be
Valued it.
ones like next year
No-
that start anyways.
No point in touching him.
I mean, next year, Trevor Lawrence, that's going to be
He's gonna be coming in.
a
only
very
reason-
hot pick.
You could take him like off speculation that Aaron Rodgers is getting traded. That's the only reason I see you do
That's
it.
the only reason you would take him.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way he gets traded.
But
this
I don't
first
see why
year.
the Packers would throw that away and just throw Aaron Rodgers down the drain.
They
I
still
mean,
have-
realistically, what are you even getting for Aaron Rodgers at this point? Are you getting even a third-round pick for him?
I mean, he's still a great quarterback.
Yeah, but, like, it's not someone who's going to be the cornerstone of your franchise for the next 10 to 15 years.
You get a couple good years out of him.
I mean,
You
yeah,
better
but
hope if you trade for him, you win the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, what the Bucks did with Brady, they gave him a 2-year deal, and then it's not a terrible contract for screwing the whole team over.
if Brady busts,
yeah,
people
2
are
years
never-
is a long time for Brady.
people are never gonna want to sign like vets like that.
I mean, it's different. It's the best quarterback of all time.
Oh,
It's kind of like
Yeah.
you will take it, especially when you're in a franchise that, like, I mean, the jersey sales from that.
Well, they have
dude, they're
Gronk.
making bank off of Brady and Gronk right now, dude. It's for
Oh,
five.
sure.
I'll get a jersey.
They're definitely going
I'll
to
get a
be.
Gronk jersey from the
I'm sure
Bucks.
those two are going to be
Ew.
top 10 in jersey sales.
Maybe Mike Evans isn't a piece of shit this year. Probably will still be a piece of shit, but there's a chance that he's not.
I like him,
Whenever Mike Evans plays against me in any fantasy league, he lights me up.
dude.
But then the other games, he's just
Think
I mean, there's
about
games where he
the
just gets no
dude,
receptions.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Brady being there like decreases Godwin's and Evans' value because like Jameis is a gunslinger. Tom
Brady
Brady
just doesn't
not
throw the deep balls
Brady's
anymore.
all short pass.
exactly,
Mhm.
dude. He's not a gunslinger. So is it like gonna fit?
I'm sure they'll
maybe.
find a way to make this work with
They need
all
a
those
possession
weapons.
guy too, and they don't. I don't even know if they really have. I don't think they have.
I really
Rashard
don't think they need
Perryman.
anything, Mel. I don't think they need anything
Nah,
more
dude,
at this
they
point.
got
There's too many
weapons.
mouths to feed after this.
All right,
Who's
yeah,
their
but if
back?
Brady
Who's their
doesn't get
running
this
back?
done though, it's gonna look so bad
They
because
have Ronald
dude,
Jones, don't they?
Is that the dude that was all like injured last year?
I don't think he got hurt.
They're also. I mean, there was also the rumor that they wanted to trade for Fournette, but also, what about Devontae Freeman coming up as a free agent?
I think
he
Ronald
is
Jones
out
can get
there.
it done. I mean, think about the play action.
Where did
They're never
Gurley
gonna-
sign?
Gurley's on
Atlanta.
Sheesh.
The division is wild, except for the Panthers. They're gonna be left out of it this year.
I mean,
They'll still have
fucking
McCaffrey to put up insane stats. Yeah.
like just stupid ass shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
That's
crazy division.
dude, he's like an automatic one this year. He's like the only person on the damn team.
All right,
They're having a bunch of young receivers.
ready to move on to the receivers?
You might as well just talk about the running back first.
You want to
To
do
get it
running
out of the
back
way.
first? Okay.
I mean, it doesn't come in order. I mean, we can just go by the
Big
positions.
Clyde.
Fire, just so he's on the Chiefs.
Oh my God, he is going to have great value.
People are saying
Great.
like
Actually,
Damian Williams being there is a big deal, but does it matter when you have the highest scoring offense in the NFL that can
I
easily?
mean, it depends who they.
Yo,
How are
and
they gonna
last
give
year
all
they
the
were
red
like shuffling through running
Yeah.
backs. They were both putting up points.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I don't even think it matters if Damian Williams plays or not plays. This
If the
guy's
Chiefs want to, they can go out there and drop 50 a fucking game
yeah.
easily. Just like they dicked who they dick in the playoffs? They dropped like 48 on them or some shit. After they were down by like 20.
Didn't they
that
play
was
the Texans?
that was the
Texans.
Texans, yeah.
Texans.
Yeah, and they just railed
Dude,
them.
Texans should have won that game. That was terrible. That's just why Bill O'Brien's like the worst coach in the NFL.
and the worst GM now.
Yeah.
GM/coach.
Yeah, but this you would you take this guy in the first round of the rookie draft?
I mean, I don't see why not. He's on the Chiefs.
I'd have to imagine. Well, I could see him falling to an early second.
Dude, if I have a shot
Anywhere
at
between,
the future franchise running back of the Chiefs,
I think you probably are going to get him somewhere between the middle of the first to the beginning of the second, if I had to guess.
I'm not taking him like early first. But if I have a pick down there,
I'd have to imagine.
We gotta wait and see where the other running backs go too. That's gonna affect
yeah.
too.
There's like Jim said, there's gonna be a bunch in the second and third round that he personally thinks are better.
Yeah. But
Swift
it's
and
kind of
Taylor.
like the 49ers. They can support 4 running backs. Why can't the Chiefs support 2 on a better offense?
Yeah. We just
The
gotta
49ers
get a
are
good offensive team.
The
so they're not
49ers
just bust.
doesn't just focus on the quarterback throwing bombs all game, though. 49ers are.
Well, they don't have Tyreek Hill.
It's very true.
Speaking of Tyreek Hill, I could throw him a jersey right now.
All right, Henry Ruggs went to the Raiders. Their receiving core is Nelson Aguilar, Tyrell Williams, and at tight end they have Waller, the baller.
And they have Renfro.
Hunter Renfro, who played for Clemson stayed in college for 4 years, I believe.
The
I think you'll
receivers
see.
they have kind of trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're all kind of around that same level. I think Renfro is probably going to emerge as the number 1 guy.
Dude,
with
but their
Waller.
goal has to be like Henry Ruggs to be the number 1.
Yeah, I think Waller is probably going to get the most targets and receptions.
And then it's going to be like a fight between Tyrell,
Ruggs and Renfro,
I
believe. Yeah.
Imagine if Nelson Aguilar's the leading receiver on the Raiders next year.
Dude, no, that
Absolutely
dude has bricks as fucking hands, dude. It's stupid.
Yeah.
He was like always like that guy who was like low key sometimes on the waiver wire. You would pick him up, put him in, he'd just drop hella passes, wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So would you take him over like Herbert? Probably. Right?
Ruggs over Herbert? Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, dude. You don't need a quarterback, right? You don't need to snag a quarterback.
There's
now,
plenty of other quarterbacks you could pick up that will do plenty fine for a couple years before I would take Herbert.
I mean, it does depend on what quarterback you have now.
I just hope
Take Joe Burrow.
he's a little better this year than last year. But the team wasn't that great either. So.
I'm taking skill position players first.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
Let's get on to Jerry Jeudy then.
Ooh.
I just can't see why Jerry Jeudy wasn't picked over Ruggs. I mean,
Exactly.
I guess John Gruden and the Raiders were thinking, let's get the speedster deep threat.
This is like how I'm split here. Jerry Jeudy is on a decline because of Cortland and Drew Lock. And I like Derek Carr more than Drew Lock.
Really?
Dude, Derek Carr is really not that bad.
As a passer, yeah.
Dude, like 2 years ago, Derek Carr was like an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Dude's not bad. When he
Dude,
had
I
Amari
think he's
Cooper and Michael
actually scared.
Crabtree, he was fire.
I think he's scared of John Gruden's opinion.
John Gruden seems like an asshole.
Hey, they can always put Mariota in there if it gets ugly.
And Kaiser and Nathan Peterman.
It definitely seems like they're not set on Derek Carr.
I think they just want to have competition there.
Dude, who has
Kind of like
kind
Aaron
depth?
Rodgers.
Who has Mariota, Carr, and Kaiser?
I'm sure one of
The
them is
Raiders.
getting. I'm sure one of them's going to be leaving You don't normally
Not with
roster 4 quarterbacks.
I'm sure Peterman's going, even though he's
Yeah.
apparently
No,
God sent.
It's probably
John
going to be
Gruden
Kaiser.
loves Peterman. I don't
No,
know
it's definitely
why.
Kaiser.
He just wants
Because
to
when
get him
he
a
played
ring.
in that one playoff game, dude, he was fucking dog shit. He threw like 5 interceptions or some stupid shit.
In the first half.
It was
Yeah, I
impressive.
was like,
All right, so who do you guys like more then? Jerry Jeudy on the Broncos or Henry Ruggs on the Raiders?
I'm gonna go the Raiders.
Let's
Jeudy.
judge this out. Let's go long term and short term, or do you have the same answer for both?
I think the Broncos have a better team overall than the Raiders.
I like Ruggs more long term.
Same.
I think the Raiders will like pull it together. Josh Jacobs is only getting better.
Yeah, they do have Josh Jacobs, and that dude is.
Dude, he played like a torn rotator cuff or some shit last season for like 6 games
Oh my god.
as a running back. All right.
Roids.
Maybe he's juicing, man. All right, this is the pick I did not understand. CeeDee Lamb to the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
How do you not understand
this? We love this.
I mean, it's a great pick.
This
for,
guy
like,
is the pick to take.
It's just like the Eagles had to have been so mad. I feel like the Cowboys did this.
in
So the
spite of
Eagles
the,
couldn't have him.
It's not really a bad idea.
Dude, it's
a good
great.
problem.
Their offense is stacked like a motherfucker now.
Dude, they don't have
Good
Jason
problem.
Witten now.
They have a
I'm sorry they don't have a piece of dirt playing tight end now.
the other tight end, their backup last year. He wasn't bad. I forgot his name.
Jarwin? Is that him?
Yeah, Blake Jarwin or something.
Yeah.
I liked him.
I mean, here's the thing. Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup have both shown injury proneness. So this guy could
Amari
step
Cooper
up.
just doesn't show up in
Brigade,
big
baby.
games.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't. Amari Cooper's overrated.
He just doesn't show up in the big games that matter.
Yeah. I'm
I
saying
mean,
he's
played a big game, like, last
elite.
year, and he's dropped like 200 yards and like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's elite. It's just like
He's a great fantasy player for the most part.
maybe it's Dak, bro.
Which is what we're looking for.
It's
Dak is a piece of shit.
It's Dak.
Dak is carried by Ezekiel Elliott. I hate Dak Prescott.
I think they're going to hold on to Dak longer than they will Zeke in the long term, though,
Why? Why would you do that?
because
Dude,
it's just
I'd hold Zeke. I know
I would
that's not how it is.
100% hold Zeke.
it's not that I don't think Zeke's a better player. It's just the position and
But how many
the
teams
durability
have a
of
great
running backs.
running back?
A lot of them.
I don't know.
great
We've
running
already
back.
seen how Alvin Kamara's panned out this year.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara, he's fucking.
All right, let's just throw out some names of running backs. Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. Would you say Joe Mixon's technically great? It's just he's behind a shitty line?
Not yet.
All right,
Nope, not
Saquon Barkley,
yet. Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Zeke.
Let me think here.
I don't
Zeke.
even throw Todd Gurley in there anymore, dude.
No,
he's
I wouldn't
garbage.
know.
Nick
His
Chubb.
injuries are really
Nick Chubb.
Chubb, 100%. I'm trying to
And
think.
I keep Chubb instead of Baker Mayfield.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And Dalvin Cook over Kirk Cousins also. So wait.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey over Teddy Bridgewater. So the running
Those are
back,
all younger guys to older quarterbacks, though.
Teddy Bridgewater's only
Dak,
30.
30 is still not
Baker's
25.
Young. Baker's young.
Baker's young.
It's two different scenarios, though.
All right. Well, we gotta wait and see how. Dak
I'd say,
plays, though.
dude, Zeke is a phenomenal running back. I would keep him over Dak Prescott. Dak
I guess it
Prescott
depends,
isn't that good.
At a certain point, like you do have to give the running back, depending on how old he is.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
they
'cause
do get bad
The
eventually.
running backs positions are like the ones that like
But
get shittier.
You
faster.
should have. You're not going to have to pay Zeke a lot next time you pay him.
Mm,
Yeah, Dak is going to be the issue.
yeah. Isn't he looking for a contract now?
I mean, they're trying to franchise tag him.
Definitely, it's going to happen.
Oh, speaking of
I
running
don't
backs, should we even put Le'Veon Bell in the elite? level
No.
anymore.
I don't
Not
do it with
after this
James
last
Conner
year.
either because he gets hurt too much.
No, I'm not James Conner either. Le'Veon Bell shit the bed this year.
1 year off really
He should have
hurts.
stayed on the Steelers.
Should have. All right, so back to CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys. Y'all think he's gonna be a bust?
No,
No.
he'll be good.
I think
he'll be
I like the other receivers more just because
I
the
like
teams
CeeDee
are on.
Lamb the most because he's on just such an explosive offense now.
I think he'll be like Hollywood the first year. He'll put up about the same production as that. He'll
I
get like
don't. It's hard to tell who's gonna be the second option, whether it's Lamb or Gallup at this point.
Gallup's
I think
good
it's gonna
though.
be CeeDee Lamb over.
Gallup's still
over
good.
Gallup.
Though. Like
See, I mean, you could say that, but Gallup just had a nice jump, really. I
they'll
think
probably
it's going
end
to be
up trading
pretty
Gallup
split.
in the end though and keeping CeeDee Lamb.
We'll see what happens after a couple weeks and this year goes. I don't know.
Schedule's pretty easy. I think.
I mean, obviously they're in that piece of shit division. There's not much competition.
Redskins,
there.
baby. Redskins
Oof.
defense is no joke.
Yeah.
Chase Young's about to eat some.
Just because they have Chase Young, they're no longer a joke.
Dude, if I was in that division, I would be getting people that can guard Chase Young.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. There's probably not
I'd
that
be
many
getting
people
like
that can
a
do that on Earth.
600-pound offensive lineman or some stupid shit.
All right, let's talk about Jalen. How do you pronounce his last name?
Rigor
Rigor. Jalen Rigor.
or Rigor.
Okay,
Rigor.
this offense is terrible. They were thinking about trading away Zach Ertz. That was a rumor at one point. I like Zach Ertz and I like Goddard. Alshon has to go. I don't know why he's still on the team. He's eating up cap. I don't know how much he's worth. I know Djax is still there. I think Djax can stay because he's kind of like Ted Ginn on the Saints. It's just a veteran that can sprint down
He's
the field.
old though, bro.
Well, I know, but I mean, he has his speed, so
He's
super
still
fast.
he's just a burner.
Yeah, and that's great to have. If you can send him out there like a couple times a game,
And
just
he's a fan favorite in Philly for sure.
Oh,
and they're
for
probably, I
sure.
don't even his contract's not that crazy probably, but I think this guy is like most likely out of the bunch to be the number one on their personal team. Like for
yeah,
now,
because the Eagles
exactly.
wide
Have
receiver
no
core is
receiver.
just shit.
Yeah, so like
I think they had better options at receiver to take.
I mean, you
than
can see
Rigor.
what's happening
yeah,
in Philadelphia.
Rigor's college stats were nothing to like.
Yeah,
like,
but
brag
here's the
about or
thing: if he
anything,
was on
dude.
LSU, how good would he have been?
I don't know. He was
See,
on
that's the
LSU,
problem.
So, you never know.
So you
He
can
was
see what's
on
happening in
TCU.
Philly. You have Miles Sanders. Zach Ertz will be gone. Probably I think he'll be gone in a year or two. It'll be Miles Sanders, Goddard, this guy, and Carson Wentz, and that's a good little bunch there.
But Carson Wentz don't stay healthy, bro.
Yeah, especially with Chase Young on his ass.
Yeah, having to go up against that man 2 times.
Mm.
Well, I don't know, dude.
What
I
do you
think he'll
think,
be
Jim?
fine because he doesn't have much competition on his team, so he'll get some targets.
I don't know. I think
But
being
there
the
was
number
definitely better options than what they took.
as a receiver, I think as a rookie receiver, I think being the number one option is honestly pretty bad for you.
I think
Having to
rookie
end up
receiver,
being
you probably
matched
want to
up
be like 2
against-
or 3.
Being matched up against the opposing defense's best corner or safety, just
Yeah.
I mean, Cortland Sutton, he did play behind Emmanuel Sanders. But
yes, he emerged past Emmanuel Sanders as
I
the
can't
season
even
went on.
think of a guy that was like a rookie receiver that kind of
AJ Brown.
yeah, that's about
AJ
it.
Brown
There
did
you go.
good.
Yeah, I mean Metcalf kind of emerged as the one eventually in Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
Lockett.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Helps a
you
lot.
still I get what you're saying. They don't have anyone to support.
You
but they
can't
do
just
have
say,
Ertz and Goddard.
I mean, at least for Seattle's,
They have 2
2
top tight ends to help out.
I wouldn't call
And they
Goddard
got
a
a
top tight
shit
end.
ton of running backs.
They should
I
just use
think
Miles Sanders. Doesn't make
I
any
think they're
sense.
going to look to pick up another running back.
Or a receiver.
Another.
Saints, I think in one of their picks tonight, they'll probably try and pick up a running back.
Yeah, I like Miles Sanders though. He's good.
They already
He
have
fumbles a lot.
4.
I just don't
They
see
have,
him being a workhorse.
Well, they have
welcome in either.
Jay, Jordan Howard,
But they're not
Miles Sanders, and that other guy.
they aren't a workhorse like team though, like for running
Mm-mm.
back. So
Yeah, that's why they're going to pick up somebody.
Yeah, I don't really think they run the ball that much.
The Eagles should have taken this guy, Justin Jefferson, on the Vikings.
Yeah.
Love it.
This guy's going to be a beast.
Love it.
He's in a perfect position to play behind Adam Thielen, and he's competing with Tajay Sharp for the number 2 spot.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
You got Adam Thielen, great route runner, gets hella receptions. He'll probably see a bunch of double teams. And
This guy is going to be better than
just burn
Stephon
him.
Diggs.
He's the new Diggs without the talking shit about every play, not the ball not coming to him.
Yeah.
Dude, that's literally what happened. Kirk Cousins wasn't throwing the ball because he was scared that Stephon Diggs was going to bitch him out.
Dude, I had Stephon Diggs last year, dude. He was so trash, dude.
I
think him being in a new environment.
I like
good for him.
Stephon on the Bills, though.
I do remember I did bench him when he dropped like 36.5, and that was kind of a dagger.
Salt.
Yeah.
Well, he did put up like 5 points for a couple weeks or so, and then he just dropped that.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Rudolph will
10.
get a little more action this year.
Red zone.
Vikings are always going to have a good team with Dalvin Cook and Thielen. Kirk Cousins is just – he's good enough.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is that bad, dude.
He's good enough.
He'll get you to the playoffs.
Yeah, he's not a game manager, but he's better than a game manager.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's good. But I think the Eagles should have taken this guy instead of Jalen. I don't know why they must just see something in him. All right, Brandon Ayuk.
Arizona State.
I don't really know why they took a receiver. I think they could have worked it out in free agency. Why not just keep loading up the defense?
Gotta score points, bro.
I mean,
That's
I feel like it's Garoppolo.
he's just.
I thought they were taking a receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
who's the guy who took?
Brandon Ayuk on the 49ers took.
or 49ers, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
It could have went either way with them taking a receiver here or shoring up the defense after losing D Ford and
Yeah. I mean,
forget
Richard
the other
Sherman's
one's name.
getting old too. Why not just get a cornerback to play behind him and get some learning?
He's still decent.
I don't know if there was any good cornerbacks worth taking left in the. I don't know who's left on the board.
quarterbacks they had
Corner.
Oh, corner, my bad.
Yeah, I don't know who.
A lot of the top corners were already taken probably at that
so
point.
maybe that's why they
25.
probably just saw the best spot for their team was this guy, Brandon Ayuk, because Dante Pettis has been terrible and Marquise Goodwin wasn't very good. And I mean, yeah, this guy would probably be fine. Him, Debo, and George Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4 running backs they have that run routes everywhere. I'm excited to see Jared McKinnon finally play this year. Like,
You think so?
please play a snap, bro. I feel bad
I
for
don't
you.
know. Injuries.
Play a snap.
Him and Darius Geis, right?
Yeah. Darius Geis is a good player. He just can't play.
Dude, people are twigs, bro. They're potato chips.
I'll say Brandon Ayuk's combine stats, 40-inch vertical.
My God.
6 foot with a 40-inch vertical. That's and a
Big son of a
4.5,
bitch.
4.5 40 also.
That's a pure athlete right there.
Yeah.
He's not super tall, but he can jump up and get the ball.
I mean, 6'4" for a wide receiver is like pretty average.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bengals had the first pick tonight. Is that right?
I don't know the draft order, honestly. After the first round, it just kind of goes all over the place for me.
We'll try to see where they're projecting the next running back going.
Imagine pretty early.
They have DeAndre
So-
Swift on this going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh,
that would be very, very nice. Let's see what we got.
That's intriguing.
There's Bengals, Colts, Lions. I can see the Lions taking
Dude,
a
I
running back.
really just want to see who takes Tua tonight.
Tua?
Yeah, not Tua. Jalen Hurts.
Kind of low key hoping the Steelers snag him, dude.
The Saints were talking about trading up.
The
Yeah,
Patriots
chill.
could grab one. The
Yeah,
Patriots
Saints
could
better-
grab one at 37, maybe.
What are the Steelers, like 48 or 49?
They're 49, yeah.
Jalen Hurts, baby.
I don't know. They could grab another receiver or another running back, too.
Their receivers are kind of trash now ever since he lost AB.
Juju didn't get a fair shot with that garbage can.
Well, yeah, he's played a whole season with a bunch of fucking bombs.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They got that Washington guy, though. I think he'll be all right. All right, any predictions for tonight before we close this out?
Whoever Jonathan Taylor goes to. Very good
Question
team.
marks.
I mean, the running backs
Everyone-
I'm looking after is
Everyone, before we leave, has to predict who Jalen Hurts is going to.
I just hope that it's the Steelers
What do you think, Jim?
eventually at some point. Because Big Ben doesn't have many years left in him. And I think Jalen Hurts is an athletic quarterback that could be pretty decent.
I mean, realistically, the teams that could be shopping for a quarterback could be the Patriots, the Steelers.
Saints.
I mean, possibly. They might just let Taysom Hill have it for a couple of years. Who knows?
I'd be pretty pissed off if the Patriots snagged him.
I do want them to be
I
terrible.
don't see. I feel like
I
Jalen
want
Hurts
the
would
I
be
want
a
the
typical.
Patriots to tank.
Dude, if they're going to pick Jalen Hurts, they have to get Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, or Jameis Winston. There's no way they're going to go into that thing with Stedham and Jalen Hurts.
Is the Patriots?
Yeah. Why don't
They
they
have
just
Hoyer
get
still.
Jameis?
You got
They have Brian
Hoyer.
Hoyer.
Well, why not just get Jameis?
I don't think that's a Belichick type quarterback to have. But I mean, he did have Brissett for a
Are the
little bit.
Bucks
So
just keeping Jameis?
no, he's off the.
He's
No,
free agent.
Yeah,
He's
he's out.
free agent.
No one picks him up.
Him and Cam are still free
What did he
agents.
throw, like 30 interceptions last year? or
But
something?
dude, he got the
30
LASIK
for
eye
30.
surgery. He's got
30
the
for
eye
30.
surgery.
Yeah, make it ESPN 30 for 30 film on that. Great season.
Hmm
I just can't imagine going into the season with Cam Newton and Jameis Winston still in free agency.
I don't.
I mean,
there's
they're
no way they're
definitely-
going to be free agents by
I
the
think
end of.
Cam Newton's definitely going to get picked up before Jameis Winston.
I like Jameis Winston more than Cam Newton.
I
Cam
did
Newton's
too.
a
He's
Super
younger.
Bowl.
He's a gunslinger.
Cam Newton's a little bit
He
older.
throws like shit, dude. He just goes out there. I mean, he'll throw for 6 touchdowns, but he'll throw for like 5 interceptions.
He knows how to pitch an exciting game.
I'll give
But
him
he'll
that,
lose
yeah.
that game.
He's like a UFC fighter. You don't want to knock him out right away. You gotta let
Yeah,
the
you
other
do.
guy give a good
Yeah,
fight.
you do.
You gotta let the
I
other
wanna
guy give
knock
a
his
good
ass out.
fight. You gotta
No,
give a
you
good
knock
fight, you
that
know?
motherfucker out in 5 seconds.
Give it a good fight. Everyone wants to see a good fight, not a 1-second fight. So he throws some picks, maybe win the game in the end.
I mean, he never wins the game in the end.
Wins a couple.
Dude, I just can imagine him and Fitzpatrick on the sideline. Like, dude, interceptions are awesome.
They're just like, yo, let's see you can throw more. They have a little contest with all of them.
All right.
It's an
I think
incentive in
that's-
their contract.
I think that's going to wrap it up. We're going to post a video tomorrow we're going to talk about a couple of the skill position players just like today for the second round. And then for a third round, we're going to pick like 1 or 2 sleepers each. That video won't be as long. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening. Goodbye.